We're gonna retry this. We're gonna build a rig in a minute. For now, Caleb hopefully will join us. The problem is I don't have a good way to talk to him at the same time. But I should have a friend come over and we'll set that all up. If you guys ever watch Twitch, it'll be like a Twitch. So I could turn this out here. Kind of like a regular SSD. This is like a 30 gig hard drive. I think there's a way to take the DAG file that Ether creates, and then you don't have to, you can use a small one. We found that it didn't really work, so we had to use like a larger one. And then you use good RAM. You always have to have good RAM, so I can show you what I got in here. I got the HyperX furry one. So I should figure out how to do the chat because I'm sure somebody is going to want to chat about stuff.
Jared, I'm going to start mining again. I downloaded the DAG before, but then it wasn't recognizing all 3 cards, and now that it's recognizing all 3 cards again since these latest updates.
Oh, he took a liquid one home.
I'm going to see
that's right.
See what the temperatures turn into when I start mining.
We don't have a liquid one here, do we? Yeah, we do.
Did you get the big fan to blow hot air out?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I've got a 4-fan radiator on it.
This is the liquid one.
Looking at temperatures right now, we're running about 27 on the coolest one, 36 on the other 2.
So this is
that's in Celsius.
Thingy. This guy.
Okay.
I'd like to get this working. If this working, then we can move this one too.
Sure.
Because this guy gets real hot.
Are these the cards you're using right now, or are these?
Yeah, those are it.
Oh, okay.
Caleb invested in those in 2013, right?
Which?
The Sapphire.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I went through the like all the MSIs and everything, and I paid those off in like 2 months. So I was like, oh, I need to build more rigs. So I bought a bunch more, but then I didn't really have the power to run that many rigs.
Highly unlikely.
Yeah, highly.
And I bought something, got 19% off yesterday, filled within a few hours. I forget exactly how many hours, but it filled, which is awesome. 19%
Did it get
off.
shipped?
Yeah, I actually need to check that, see when it's getting here, because it's going to get here in like 1 day, which is
That's
awesome.
pretty good if you get like 1 day shipping off
If
the
they ship
purse.
in time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this rig isn't working at all. So we're trying to get this one up.
Why isn't it working?
It was working, but I don't know. And all I did was shut it off. I didn't do anything else. You can sit down, unless you want me to move the camera.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm okay.
You just chilling.
I'll sit. I'm just chilling.
So
no tracking
this is a jumper,
Right.
and this jumps the power for this supply, and this runs. Mikas, stop it! You are not being nice. And then this one runs like majority of the cards.
Got it.
Well, this will run half the cards in the board because it's such a big one. This is a 1250, and this will run the rest of them. So I might have to split it and just do one, and then add the cards later. So that's what you got to see.
To get it working again.
Yeah. So then I'll plug it in like here because power is such a issue. Splits. I couldn't believe they wired it with 15 amp. Oh, she likes you.
Oh, all the circuits are 15 amp.
Yeah, what are they doing with the 15 amp in this place? So this, as soon as you plug it in, it's set because it thinks it's on.
Right.
It's like hitting the power button on your computer.
Right.
So then we'll hit the power button. And that turns all the cards on. But we should be getting video, but we're not. So then you have to like troubleshoot and take each one and see where's your video being sent out from.
Right, because I could send it to
Anything.
another card.
Right.
Can you control that, or just does it on its own?
I can move her.
No, she's fine.
I can put her downstairs. See, so I got nothing. So the easiest way is to shut it off again and then like do each, like just find one in a row.
Are these boards made just for mining?
This one is. It's a regular computer, but look how many.
Right, that's what I was wondering.
slots.
Right.
It's not usually that many. So we'll try it with one. The thing is, you never know. Oh, see, like that one. Like that's going nowhere. That's the other thing is labeling.
So you don't lose the cables.
Right?
It's great to see myself and behind me here on the screen. What a beautiful sight. I'm gonna see Caleb's face frozen on the other screen.
I'll edit this, put some music with it, and make it look really cool someday.
One of these days.
One of these days.
It's really cool to see where the magic happens up here during these live streams.
That's right.
Here it is.
It's like a backstage
It's a special place to be.
preview. All right, so I can switch this one. So it all depends on the riser, where the riser goes. And then there shouldn't be another option. So that'll tell us if the computer's working, which it's not. So then that's a different issue. So now we gotta figure out why the computer's not working. Mika, stop. Unless I have some power wrong somewhere. Oh, you know what? The RAM's not plugged in.
That'll stop it, huh?
Nope. Is Caleb still there? Or did he die?
Yeah, looks like he's going.
He disappeared.
He disappeared.
Caleb disappeared.
Oh no, isn't he looking out the window? Is that him? Like, is that his image?
Oh, yeah. No? Maybe. He's changing his scenery.
Maybe.
Okay, so now we have Windows. So that's good. And then once you have Windows, then you can test the card. See? Now we're going to probably be okay. And then when you get one card, you can just add cards quickly.
So maybe the power was just unplugged the whole time.
Yep.
Or the RAM, rather.
But what's funny is you can build all this and then one day you come down and you have no idea why it doesn't work. And you have to go through every little step to figure it out again.
It'll just be something dumb.
It's so dumb. It'll be something so dumb.
Oh, man.
If it was just like something easy, like this guy burned up, then
Right.
it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, oh, my power supply burned up. It's obvious. It smells. I'll replace it. But this is a pain. When you have rows of cards
Right.
and you have boards and like this obviously isn't very clean yet, but it's a mess.
You have no idea what's where, and
Yeah, I mean, you have to basically be at it like every day or you forget what. And you can't write it all down. Like, what are you going to spend 2 hours drawing?
right.
This
and
cable
make a diagram.
plugs into here. Or people label them. So A1, A2. Like, come on.
Right.
You spend so much time doing all that other stuff. And if you just. So back in the day, like I said, you had to write all that code. And then now you can just do the ether. So it's when it blinks like that, it means Windows doesn't know what graphics card's in it, and it's trying to find it. So that either means that that card's never been plugged into this Windows, or Windows is really messed up. Ay, ay, ay.
How do you know which one it is?
You can't have that for mining. Like your computer can't blink like that, or
Right.
it'll shut off. All right, so did I not take it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See what I mean with auto boot mining?
Right.
Come on, buddy. The hope is it's figuring itself out. That's the hope.
Does it do that usually?
If it's figuring itself out, then you can just reboot and it works. Oh, now of course it opens two of them.
Are you running Windows 10 for the
Yeah.
what's the latest version of Windows?
See, it recognizes it. But it's still doing that, so that's not good. It's like installing, like when this flashes, it usually means it's installing something. But see, watch. So it'll do this, reload itself, and then it flashes the screen. Right there. So that means that it's not recognizing a driver or something. So let's just do the good old restart just to see. But
All
I'm gonna
right.
have to run all the streams off of this.
Well, while you're doing that, let me go over this rig build I did.
You got a build?
Um,
Oh, it's
here
that.
I've got the reservoir. I think you can see this. If you can't see it in the picture, let me know, because this is really awkward. Up here, I have the four fan radiator. It's 120 fans. It won't fit in the case, so I had to mount it to the top. Back here, I've got them running through the back. 2 tubes from the radiator. I got it running into the.
That light's too bright.
Is that better?
Still too bright.
All right, just leave it like this. Is that fine?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. Well, here I've got the SwiftTech CPU block is actually what I ended up using. I've got it wired so I can change the LED with a click of a button, which, you know, since I can, why not show you?
Because that's necessary.
It is completely necessary to show you that it has all these colors.
All right, it's got a
So
lot.
if you're doing a build, you know the capabilities that you have. But yeah, I've got 3 different RX 480s in here with water blocks on them, and kind of a crazy little loopy thing to go between them all. And that's pretty much it. I've got my power supply up here, since I've got my reservoir where a normal power supply would go. And yeah, pretty simple build. Trying to figure out what we can do with mining and how cool this water cooling keeps it. But so far it's been pretty promising. I mean, the tubes feel slightly warm, but that's it.
You're not mining right now, are you?
Yeah, we are.
You're mining and streaming at the same time?
I'm streaming off a different computer.
Oh.
I'm streaming off the MacBook.
Oh.
But yeah, I will let it go back to you and get
Sounds like
reset
a
up
huge
to
task.
talk.
I will go back to you for the newscast.
That's right. The newscast of how to build a computer.
I wonder if YouTube will take over Twitch. Do you know what Twitch is, Andy?
I do not.
So it's like this. I just heard about it. It's like this website that people. I could probably show you. But basically, people watch you play video games, and people make like a living off of it.
You never know.
So this rebooted and it's fine. So now I'm gonna open up NiceHash and see if it'll actually mine anything.
Don't you love how computers are? They don't work. They frustrate you. You reboot them, and then boom.
You're getting 70 mega hash out of 3 RX?
Yeah. Right now, it's going between 69 to 72 mega hash.
That's really good.
And the temperatures are, 35 to 40 Celsius.
They're not overclocked, are they?
I haven't messed with overclocking yet.
This is not.
But yeah, those temperatures are pretty nice.
The temperatures are really good. No
The
internet.
fans, you can't even hear them, compared to normal mining fans that are just. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful.
Mika, what are you doing? Really, what are you doing? I'm gonna put you outside if you're gonna be like this. So there's no internet. That would be helpful.
Just like we had the other night.
You should share that story.
Of the internet not working and us moving the router closer and closer to it until
Yes.
it finally worked.
Yes.
Yeah. Our bedroom is still like 90 degrees.
Holy smokes.
My wife loves it.
Speaking of weird internet cutouts and stuff, I was talking to a friend of mine on FaceTime, and I was moving the computer close to the window to show him like the New York City view. And every time I got close, the picture would either freeze or go black. It like wouldn't show outside the window. It was really weird.
Like they knew it was New York?
Yeah, I don't know. It may have been like some weird like glare loop that like caused it to go crazy, kind of like a feedback loop in the audio realm. Who knows?
I'd rather err on the side of conspiracy that the government's watching you and seeing where you are and they shut your video off.
There was a UFO coming. I
Yes.
didn't want you to see it.
Yes, see? That totally could have been it.
Never know.
I'll say one thing. Moving the router into this room was a good decision. This thing used to be in the living room corner.
And you were trying to run everything from down there.
Yeah, it was nowhere. I had to, it worked because I just did an express and beamed it up here.
Right.
But the fact that I can just do gigabit the whole way.
Is there any difference between mining on a hardwired line versus like wireless N or?
We haven't really done much tests with wireless mining. It's just not worth the added cost and possibility of failure when you're dealing with several miners. I mean, I've mined like with one rig off wireless, but I didn't really like do tests in between to see if there was a difference. It did mine.
See, I'm adding you to this stream.
That's it. See, that's good right there.
See?
Right.
I got these questions and this question and your question.
There we
You
go.
want to put your name there?
Sure.
All right. Andy from previous stream.
There
Because
we
you
go.
asked about buying
NASCAR tickets.
NASCAR tickets.
That was me.
Although you did just share your identity by doing that. Or
Oh.
I did.
I think that my username is Andy H. Webster.
Oh,
Something.
okay. So it
It
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
make a big difference.
All
You
right.
can find me.
The government knows whether you tell them or not.
And the DAG is like a big block that it can buffer to run all the calculations in. So now it's mining off of, it's mining now. So it'll start at a low mega hash and then build its way up. And then the card will get hot. and then we'll be good. So if I wanted to analyze each individual card, I could figure out what each card mega hash is doing. But all I care about is that it's mining, and then I'm going to reboot because I'd rather have all 6 running than just one running at a whopping. So if he's getting 70 divided by 3, you're getting like 26, 24 card. Caleb? He's not listening. What is 70 divided by 3?
Sorry, I'm not a mathematician. It's 23.3333333333. So we're getting
26.
roughly 23 to 24 per card.
So
We'll round up to 25 because it just sounds cool.
We'll stop that, and then we'll shut down. Now, in theory, you'd be able to just like hook all the cards in, and then you're good.
And sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, then you're like having
Right.
a real good day when you just you're just like, okay, it works. Plug it all in. But it takes like, I mean, if you know how to build a computer, you can do this pretty easy.
Right.
But for the average user, and it's so much easier like nowadays than what it used to be.
Say, I used to build computers when I was a teenager.
Did you really?
Yeah, that was the thing to do.
Dude, I didn't know
I
that.
had a bunch of my dad got me a bunch of old Pentium 486s or something like that, or like these super old computers, and we messed around with them and hacked them together, and then started from scratch to get faster.
Really?
So I could sit there and play Age of Empires for hours.
Yeah, you play Age of Empires?
I did play Age of Empires.
You still don't play it?
No,
I love Age of Empires.
I probably should start playing it again, but that's no. Yeah.
You can get it on Steam for $10.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe not anymore, but
Right.
I love Age of Empires.
I did have hours and hours, probably days and weeks worth of fun.
Dude, that's
Cumulatively.
crazy. Did you have LAN parties?
I did not.
Oh, we had LAN parties. Okay. So, do I not have 6 graphics cards? I don't. So I'm really confused. That's for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my 6th one?
What cards are you using?
The Sapphire.
All of them?
Well,
Sapphire?
that's what I'm trying to figure out. We got 2 in a box, right?
Yeah.
Virginia.
I know we had 1 or 2 of those start going bad on us,
So that's
but I don't
1,
remember which ones.
3, 4, 5. So I could throw another card on this.
Is that a bad card down there on the right, bottom right?
This?
Yeah.
This is just like a...
Oh.
We also took I think we took the heat sinks off the ones that were bad. Possibly.
During the move, we didn't do a whole lot of labeling.
There's a lot of craziness going on.
This is a 290X. This is probably a Sapphire. Did you ever take the radiator off just to take it off, or was it actually bad?
I think I took it off just to take off of one. But I
So it
think I
could
might
be a
have put it
totally
back
good
on.
card.
It could be, but it might not be. There's only one way to check and figure this all out.
Got that right.
So that may be a perfectly good $400 card. And you don't know. Come on, Caleb. It was for learning purposes, right?
I'm the same way.
No, I understand.
It's terrible. Those are all the Bitcoin guys running full nodes right now, which they're verifying like they've loaded all of the transactions onto their computer, and then they're verifying the transactions with the miners, basically.
That's really cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's an awesome visualization of that.
I know you can like. I haven't studied it all, but you can see like sync nodes with uptime over 24, under 24 hours.
Well, Jared, are you watching, are you streaming and watching this on YouTube?
No, should I?
Well, I am, and it says 2 are watching, so I'm just curious if there's anyone out there watching us. Or if it's just us gibbering to no one between
All right,
ourselves.
let's agree. So Windows is up, right? But then
If you're watching us, just say something in the chat box because we want to hear from our viewers. And we also will give away a graphics card one of these days when we hit 50 live viewers. We will give away a
on our
graphics
show
card.
night though, it's got to be a show time.
This is the show, right?
This is not the show.
This is
If we had 50 live viewers right now watching, I would give away a card.
I'd have to be really excited then.
You don't even have your glasses on.
No,
This can't be legit.
I know it
White
can't be
glasses.
legit. They don't. I don't have my
Hey,
glasses.
it's live.
What?
It's live. Anyone can watch. We
Nobody.
have to be consistent. But yes, tune back tonight if you are watching, because tonight we will get a lot more creative with how we are talking about nothing or everything.
So this is where you run into the trouble. So all the cards are on, but it doesn't do anything. So now you got to unplug everything, and then I just do one card at a time. So we go down and say, okay, card number 2. Let's try it with card number 2 only. And then sometimes Windows will switch and go from here to here.
And only recognize one card.
Then when you get all 6 up, it could go anywhere. So then you're like, seriously?
Right.
That's when you hope you just remote everything.
So that's why you were switching back and forth between cards the other night.
Yes. See? So that either means 1, Windows isn't up. No, Windows should be up by now. Yeah, power saving mode. So something's shorting the board. This is shorting, or this port doesn't work, which is highly unlikely. So it's all about like a process of elimination. See? So now I'll try this in there. What is making that awful noise? It's the Chromebook. I got that Chromebook wet. I was cleaning it.
And got wet.
Ruined it.
I was going to ask if you like saved every computer that you've ever had so that you can.
Hey, we're good. So it worked, and it seems like this guy doesn't want to work right now. And another reason you use SSDs is because you don't have to wait for this. Like these guys.
Right.
Man, if you know all this about computers, how did you not build a rig?
I just haven't known enough about these things in the
But
past.
if you can build a computer, you can build a rig.
Oh, right. No, that makes perfect. I mean, I was sitting there looking at that rig at our house this morning thinking, this is really pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like, buy some parts and stick them together.
And then make money.
And then make money. When it makes money. It doesn't always make money, right?
And with Nice Hash, it's really easy. You don't have to get into all the technical things of telling the card what you want to do with it.
That would make it alluring to me, maybe.
What exactly for 8 graphics cards you still using in the build? Might want to figure out that sentence. I don't know what that means.
We're using Sapphire, Tri-X, R9, 290s, and 290Xs for this build. We're trying to get 6 cards working on one computer for this build today.
Oh, this is something else it can do. So look, Windows worked right off this card and booted up, but then it probably thinks that's a second display. No, it's just really dumb right now. But sometimes it can think it's a second display, so then you have to, yeah.
There it is.
But it was totally fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't want to turn on anymore. So now we'll go, it's not blinking. So that means that it's probably recognizing that card pretty good. So now we'll open up NiceHash again. See, it's like tedious.
Unless you have your SSD running, it doesn't take nearly as long, right?
True. But the process is
No, I feel you.
like, all right, next.
Sometime today, please load. I got you.
Windows probably isn't even loaded. Yeah, we don't have any SSDs laying around, do we? I don't know if he listens or not.
Sadly, I think I took the SSDs with me. I accidentally brought more than I thought I did in that mass panic grab and go in the morning. I have 4 of the 240, or I have 3 of the 240 gigs, so there might be one of those lying around somewhere.
Have you run a speed test on your internet?
No, I have not. But I am hardwired.
I just wondered what your. Oh,
I can run a speed test right now and let you know how to do
see,
it.
like if Windows is locked up now. Stinking.
You use mostly Corsair power supplies? You just stick with them? Or are they just what you have?
That's what Caleb likes. I like the XFX.
So Caleb won on that.
I like XFX a lot. The Sapphire were purchased at the time because they had the coolest coolers. They had the Tri cooler at the time. There was not really. Actually, I think Gigabyte had a Tri cooler at the time too, and the Sapphires were better costs between the two. But XFX has, at the time, I think they took away their lifetime warranty on graphics cards now, but at the time they had a lifetime warranty. So I liked XFX a lot too.
For the power supplies, though,
Oh, power supplies?
I feel like you've only bought Corsair.
When I had the choice, I bought Corsair. I did buy some XFXs as well, but Corsair is really the tried and true standard for power supplies. They have been for years. It's funny because some of the power supplies I bought back then had like, I don't know, like a 6-7 year warranty or something. And since then they're like, oh, well, we know these things are tanks, so we're going to increase the warranty to like 10 or 15 years. And just out of the blue, for no reason at all, they increased like a bunch of their warranties for no reason. It's quite funny. So yeah, I do like Corsair power supplies a lot. Currently in the build I went over before, I've got a 600 watt Corsair tiny little box. It's like this big. It's such a small power supply, but it can handle, obviously, handle three RXs, which is crazy.
So you guys are using the Sapphires still because that's what you have already without shelling out for more expensive cards.
Uh-oh. I'm missing a .dll file. It's not designed to run on Windows, or it contains an error. Lots of bad problems. Looks like Windows needs to be reinstalled.
It just won't let you do anything.
No.
Give your chair back?
No. So this is mining.
All right, Jared, we got a question from Longshot Zor. I believe he's watched our show before, so welcome back. He asked, do you have a motherboard powering all of the GPUs from PCIe slots, or how are you doing that? Yes and no. Actually, not really at all. With the way we do these builds with several cards, we have riser cables, which are only PCI 1X by the time they get to the card. So it doesn't really have the capability of sending much power. So then we have to also give power to the back of the cable where the cards are sitting on. So we give them extra power through Molex or I can't even think of what the other one is off the top of my head right now. But Jared, do you have a riser cable so you can show and demonstrate what I just explained?
Yeah, I feel like we're doing show and tell in a classroom. I wonder if I'd be a good teacher.
You should try it.
I'm gonna leave that up to my wife. No, this is a riser cable. How close can you get? See it. All right, that's pretty good. So this is what a card would be if you turned it into an express, and then somebody figured out how to do USB. So we bought these, and then this plugs into the back of the actual riser card. Let me see if
why don't you go ahead and show them that, because that's also where the power plugs in, which answers the question.
Yeah, I don't exactly have one of those. Let me I'll just take the camera. Why not? This is unofficial, official, right?
That's all good.
So this
People are
is
asking questions. So
well, I guess so.
that's pretty official.
So that's a card, and then what we're powering them with is a Molex, and that's where the USB runs into. So your USB will run into here, you know, like so, and then your Molex will run into here. I don't know what that sounds for. Okay. Whatever, you get the idea. And then this plugs into the board, the main board, which you can run. I mean,
that plugs into the SATA. That runs into a SATA.
Yeah, so your power supply.
Run Molex directly into the back. But
So that's how you can run like 1, 2, 3, 4, as many cards as you want, because you can separate them. We just put them on this like thing here, so you can quickly change the temperature. Like if you wanted your room to be hotter, or you want your room to be cooler. That's like your thermometer right here.
It doesn't necessarily affect the temperature like that, but it does help. When you get more space in between the cards, it helps for airflow to get in between the cards to keep the cards cooler so that they don't overheat and they are more efficient and produce you more coin.
Yeah, but then all those run into the board. So depending on your motherboard, that's what you got to be picky on buying. We should do a whole series on a motherboard. And then if you can
walk them into Micro Center and like buy all the parts for a rig and then build the rig later or something, that'd be pretty cool.
So even here, there, see those Molex, that black Molex with the yellow? That's a separate Molex cable, 2 of them powering the board to power the riser cables because it's running 6 cards. So it's taking even, we're gathering even more power from the power supply right onto the board. So that's only specific to like this board. See the board? I mean, it's for Bitcoin right there. So that's how you're doing that.
But you're also, like, you can plug the Molex into the back of the riser platform that the cards sit on, and that Molex gives the cards a lot of power as well. And when your board doesn't have the extra power being pumped into it, like many of the ones we used, it was using the power supplies. And yeah, you need a lot of wattage for cards. We were running for a 4-card build. I was running 2 800-watt power supplies per 4-card build, which, you know, splits up, but a lot of power, a lot of coin.
Well, that's going to conclude the live rig for me. I'm in a dead spot here. We're got missing DLL files, and not going to sit here with you while I reload Windows. So we will set this up for the show tonight, and I'll edit this into a little clippity clippers so we can go over some more chat. We should definitely do this again. I think it's educational. So
Yeah, I question whether it needs to be alive though, because there's a lot of dead time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like Twitch. On Twitch, people just sit there for 8 hours and they'll like go to the bathroom and like get something to eat and come back to their computer, and everybody just stays there watching them. So
Could be that case here.
it could be. We could turn this into Twitch. We could move YouTube into Twitch.
And make some Bitcoin while you're at it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going on tonight. So see you at 8.
See you guys tonight.